All right, should be okay. So today is office hour number 29. So I have a few topics that we'd like to share with everyone. Topic number 1 is on Black Friday AppSumo, right? Black Friday on AppSumo. So this is the topic that we have seen last week that I put a sneak peek already. And on Friday, we also start to be kind of like a deal of the day. And I also do some of the announcement in our Discord channel. So I also make a graphic which is quite funny on this one. So let me paste here. Whoops, no, not this one. Copy. Okay, make it bigger. So this is the kind of like a professional whiteboard, right? So this one is AgenticFlow is Black on Black Friday. We just do some recapping, like what have been done in April. Like we release multi-agent system. We integration deeper with MCP in PyDream with 10,000 tool. We also released latest feature that supported by GPT 5.1, Kimi K2, and recently is Gemini 3 Pro, the preview. We also going through the skill feature, code execution, which is huge. This one is kind of like latest feature. And we also releasing an agent API, where we can allow you to create an agent and also call via API. So it's kind of like you can create your own, wrapping that into under your brand, and you can deploy it anywhere, like from Discord to Telegram or embeddable chatbot. So this one is also office hour number 29 as well. So we was starting on office hour since somewhere is very, very far on the very left hand side here. I think we are starting to using explicit draw since office hour number 6. But majority is quite been a while, and right now we are at number 29 already, and I'm glad that we keep going and to keep constantly update to everyone, and I hope that we can continue to do like to reach a year. We also having a few something that matter. So we also owning Amazon Web Service qualified batch in the software. We passed the foundational technical review, and also we have a business that running on production workload with us. The number of tokens that already existing billions of tokens already. And yeah, I will not promoting on tier 5 because you should already know that already. So this is this. But I would like to interesting is how this dashboard is created. Okay, this one is very a good way of compressing the information, right, in a visual way of doing things. And normally this one will take two guys to do, some with very structured and very good mind to distill the information and drawing the area, and second one is going to do, so that is why this is called a professional dashboard, right? So this is a professional whiteboard with Nano Banana Pro. How to? So for this one, let me show you how is it. I actually released another video on this one already, but I think this is good to show how it created. So let me go open an AgenticFlow. So upon entering AgenticFlow, because there's some of you should already just new to the AgenticFlow, so you will see that on the left hand side there are different sections like template, multi-agent, agent, workflow, and some other concept as well. It quite feel sometimes it's overwhelming if you are just starting in the beginning, but just workflow is equivalent to Zapier or Make.com, similar things, where you can having the step by step. So for example, like this one, when I click to workflow, it show all of my workflow, and I click on Nano Banana Professional Whiteboard. I click on this one, and I click on this area, for example. So each of these steps, step 1, 2 to step 3, is actually the step that the workflow will run through when I trigger something. And when I doing the generate image on this one, which is the action that choosing the Nano Banana Pro, it going to using the connection key that I create. So let me explain. So when you are having this action, and then you see that there's a logo before that. For example, I click on new step, and I see that each new step will have a different logo. Like OpenAI, they have the logo OpenAI. We have the logo Gemini, which is another Gemini. Or we also have the logo with the triangle, this one. So the logo is stand for the provider, that it is from. For example, like for ChatGPT, it belongs to OpenAI. So this one is stand for you need to enter the OpenAI key in order to using this action. For example, like I need to enter my OpenAI key, so it no longer becoming an error. So this one is very similar to the way that ActivePiece or other platform is using for allow you to bring your own key. But you don't need to using the ChatGPT action actually, because we already have the equivalent action, which is the action called generating text. So for example, like you put an action here, like LM, and you click on this. So this action is an equivalent action that doing the Ask AI, so that you can choose the AI model to talk to, and it will similar to ChatGPT, and you can using this one in order to ask AI to respond for you something. So let me delete this one, and this one. So come back to the Nano Banana. So the most important thing in Nano Banana workflow professional whiteboard is the Nano Banana itself. So it will be here. It will be provided by PixelML. And when you are at a connection already, then you can choosing the provider. So in here, you have Nano Banana, which is the original version, and the Nano Banana Pro, which is just the new version that it just released a few days ago. And you just need to select that provider. And second one is the prompt. So the prompt is the one that you are put. So this is the prompt that I use. Take this brief and transform the image of professional whiteboard image, diagram, and use the color as well. So this is the prompt that I saw that on the social media, and we're just using this prompt. Okay. So after this prompt, you are going to entering the text. It is be summarized. So for example, let's come back to this one. So in order to having the output of this one, actually I need to paste the actual content of my Black Friday campaign, right? So for this one, let me delete all of the one that not necessary. So for example, like this, let me delete it as well, so that it reset to the original stage. I will go into the user input. I will delete this field as well. I'm going to using the long text. I will say content to summary. Let me save. And this one, I'm going to paste the content that I use in AppSumo folder node. So let me go into AppSumo, and I'm going to search for AgenticFlow, and I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom from the folder. Yep, I have this one here. So I will copy this content, quite a long one. Let me copy, and I'm going back to my this one. I paste here, and I save. So this is a user input where I just appending the text in here, but I need to send this information to Nano Banana as well. So how can I do that? I click on the prompt, and I will see that there's small icon on the right hand side here. That is the plus button. So I can click, and it allow me to select the variable. For example, like in the user input, I just click here, it append here. So this one mean when I click button run, it will send to Nano Banana this predefined prompt, and also the long text that happened in the user input. And also there's some variable that we can choose, like whether this is going to be 16:9 with the 1K or 2K aspect ratio. This one is easy. Yeah, but after we finish this one, then actually the configuration is complete. So how we can run that? You go into the single run in this area, and then you click run. So the workflow will take a while for the agent it's going to do. And if you go into this one on the history, you will be able to see what is the workflow is running, and how is the progress, and whether it's having an issue or not. So in here, actually, I having some of the run that I like 8 hours ago. There's some bug that having an issue with that, so that you can see is the fail. And for the one that we just create, it's just created. And if you're doing the refresh, then sometimes it will change the status where it's necessary. Okay, it will take a while to get this. All right, while we are waiting for this one, let me go back into the stay on Discord. Yeah, so while we think, can we get a bring your own key fixes? For the Anthropic, actually, I can use that. And also for the the Gemini, my developer report to me that he also still can use that normal. So I think there's gap in here that we still have to see what it is still having problem. Let me go into another workflow. Okay, this one. So this is the workflow that I tried before. So if I click on history, I see there's some history that have been done successfully before. So if you click on this detail, you will be able to see that this is the content that I create, and the output is this entire image. And this one is running around 41 seconds. And you can just open a new tab to see. Wow, this is quite huge image. All right. Wow, this one is a new one. Let me. This is a new one, but I like the other one better. Let me go back to history. If we can see the second attempt, this is another attempt that Nano Banana is pushing. Creative process, nonlinear journey, ideation, incubation, blah. Oh, sometimes it's going to very wrong on this part. But anyway, yeah, so that is normally how you can use on Nano Banana to create this. And the prompt that we use is something like this. Let me copy this prompt and drop into Discord and on Whiteboard so that you can have a look. So this is the prompt. And the workflow is, let me come back to this one as well. I will export this workflow and I will drop this one into our Discord channel. Yeah. So let me come back to the question from the Dominator. Choose the latest model. Wait. So let me go here and let me choose Ask Gemini. Okay. So we have a few models here: 2.0 and 2.5 preview. In this part, how can we test this one? Let me see. Let me click on this one. We have a key. Let me delete, and maybe I will just mapping the question into the long text, and I choose the model, for example, like 2.5 for the user input. I just say hi. Let's try this one. So the error was saying that 429, you exceed your current quota. Please check your plan and billing. I understand. So this problem is because of the key that I'm using is a free key, not a paid key. So they are not allow me to using this one. But what if I using some other model like Flash? Let's see. The Flash is okay, but look like this, the key that I'm using for Gemini, which is maybe not a key that already have the payment. So they just retract me on using these like Pro model, like Profile Preview. Yeah, let me go into the agent as well. Let me test BYOK model. Let's go here. Let's go into Google. Let's start with Gemini 2.5 Flash first and save and say hi. So this one is working. Gemini 2.5 is working. Let me go into the other 2.5 Pro. Save. New chat. Hey. Okay. So this is trained by model. Let's say, which model are you? Okay. It doesn't know like whether 2.5 Pro or not. Let me create a new chat. Let me make sure. Let me do this route. I'm going to do using another model, like Pro Preview. I think this one going to be fail because in the last time when I check on this one, when I do the bring your own key, if my key is not a payment key, this one go into fail. Let me see. So the Gemini 3 Pro Preview is going to showing an error. Is it because like Google is blocking the key that with no payment plan on this part? This is the no issue that I have, but as you can see, we can use bring your own key for all of the other model except the Gemini 3 Pro Preview. This is because of the nature of the key that you are using on Google side. You need to be in their payment plan with switch to payment. Otherwise you will not able to use that. Yeah. So I think pretty much. I think it's answering. Yeah, I think this is makes sense. So we're also thinking about that later. So we can display to you the credit cost every chat message. that is doable. So I like the idea. Thanks the dominator. So we can make it here. So we can show you the token number that burning, and also how much is the AgenticFlow cost of the token. And also if you are using bring your own key, we also count the number of tokens that have been sent to the provider as well, because those data actually technically, if you inspect element on the data passing in and out, we have that, and even like yeah, all of these one is available in the usage page, where you can see exactly how many token that have been sent and which model. For example, this one is Gemini Flash for AgenticFlow, and the other model is yeah. In case that you are having some of the information in here, we can display that for you so that you can see. For example, like even workflow run, you see that how many credit it consumed, and which model that you can see it here. And we can display that in this area so that you can see that on the message as well. How much unit flow agent run cost me? Yeah. So we are going to send, for example, like when they respond back to you, then these are going to count some of the token, right? And it's going to show you like the estimated cost, because if you are bring your own key, then we don't know how much Google charge you. So we will count the token and multiply by the rate card that Google is normally using, and then give you promisely the cost in dollar value of that request aside the AgenticFlow credit. So the AgenticFlow credit is using for the compute spending when maintaining the conversation in chat and the server side, but for the LM it's going to be calculated separately. Yeah, correct. I think that makes sense. Let me put it now. AgenticFlow feature base. I don't know why it's so lagging. But anyway, I will drop this one into our Discord. If you can help to raise this one, it should be very helpful. So that we can craft this as well. Yeah, for Scorpio. So on Scorpio, on the credit number, so if you go into this area of the uses, you will see the exactly number of credit that going to be charged that using AgenticFlow. So we have different category. For example, like the agent thread, the LM message, the some workflow run. So these are kind of like a balance. No, not a balance sheet. A ledger that's showing like what is the cost, and it is equivalent to the number of token on the left hand side. So it will show you exactly how much have been spent and why. For the token that have been spent using the PixelML Open Router, then you can go into platform.pixelml.com, and you will also have similar usage page. So you will be able to go into users, and you are also seeing what is cost. For example, for VO3, it cost me some dollar, and for Google search or some other agent thread, if I'm using the PixelML model, it's going to cost me some value like this. So because this one is kind of like an open router where we are supplying some of the other model, so we also give you this data as well. So we can pull these data and pack them together into the agent debug mode, which is on the right hand side. So you can see how many response messages of the agent can do. And I think we also planning to have kinds of like monitoring and analytic page. So this monitoring and analytic page is kind of like you can view your agent operating cost. It's kind of charged. Like this agent is spending $1 a day, for example, and you can see the history of last 30 days is this spending $30 a day. So you can using that to billing your client. I see that is quite useful because we also can see the projection of the agent, how many it have been used, and it aggregated into the workspace and project as well. So you can see the cost of every item in the workspace or a project, including the workflow run, agent run, multi-agent run. So these three is all trackable and can be aggregatable into that monitoring analytic page. Yeah, when we start working on that. All right. Yeah. So any other question? Yeah. So what is the charge? To answering the question to Scorpio, so At the moment, I think we only have the users pay that you can trace, and you can see what is the transaction. You can export those information and do some analysis. We were working on the monitoring page where we can have on that, and now you can do the funding at additional top up. I think for the AgenticFlow, the plan that you currently have is very generous, I would say, and I think you can use most of that. The only time that you need to top up is in case that you would like to have stronger model like PixelMail Open Router, then it's going to be top up on that on the right hand side. We will make that information available in the monitoring page. Okay. So the question from the denominator: when do you plan to bring conditional logic node to the workflow? So for now, the workflow is quite kind of like Mir. This is quite simple. Right now, you can using some of the code, for example, like run JavaScript or run Python code in order to do the kind of simple. We have some item in a backlog that doing some conditioning, but I think it's not have been favored by community. I think condition. Yeah. It was here. It having only this is conditional and loop. It having 52 item here, and if it is something that really necessary, we can prioritize this one as well. So hey AJ, so the difference from make and NAN is how to say? I need to open my MAS, AgenticFlow MAS. So this is a video that I play for a while already, but I'm happy to play again so that you can have a look.
Hello everyone, Sean here from AgenticFlow, the operating system for your AI.
Wait, before going this one, can everyone is listening? Can you hear the sound? Let me play this one because this is very interesting question actually.
Today, I'm going to talk to you about multi-agent system. First, let's talk about the AI agent tree. Imagine how cool is that when you have one AI agent that can have unlimited tool, unlimited knowledge to do your design, research, content, analytics, and development tasks. But is that the reality? Unfortunately, no. Nobody going to talk to you that there is some snack in here. A month ago, I was sharing about this one on my LinkedIn. This is about the tool chaos. As you can see in this chart, this is a report from LangChain, the very reputation in AI development space. So they have a research that's saying that if you're giving the AI agent only 9 tools, and around 2,000 tokens of the message on customer support tasks. As you can see in here, the top highest is Claude 3.5 Sonnet with 80%. For Llama 3.3, it is 20%. And the accuracy is decreased when you are equipped more tools to the agent. Like with 51 tools, GPT-4o, which was nearly 60%, dropped under 30%. 117 tools, and it's decreased to under 20%. It's like you're giving a child too many toys, and it struggle what to pick. Having a mega agent is not going to be the solution. It is creating overload and failure. What is the solution? Our solution is to have a path to effective AI. We call it our 5 level of AI agent. Level 1 to level 5. It can vary from prompt template, prompt training pipeline, agent, and multi-agent system. For the tool like Make.com, Zapier, NAN, they was well known as the automation tool, and recently they bought AI on top of the automation system. They call it AI automation. They have AI agent too. However, in order to go into the multi-agent as a native system, like what AgenticFlow was born, because we build everything from foundation and grow up, they need to do a lot of platform replatforming. We are different. We build from ground up as an agent native platform. It gives us a clearest path to level 5 multi-agent system.
Alright, so I think to answer, all of other tools, Make.com, Zapier, NAN, I call it level 3, the prompt train pipeline, where you have the predefined user input, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. All of this one is equivalent to our workflow feature, where you predefine all the steps, and if there's something that happen outside of this one, it just fail. This workflow it just cannot handle. For agent, it's going to be more autonomous. It can reacting into the action, and it can show you how. Instead of like you define the process with agent, you define a goal for the agent to work and define an SOP. So that is the fundamental difference between AgenticFlow and also other automation platform like Make or Zapier or NAN. I will not play the video on furthermore. If you would like to watch more details, you can feel free to watch this video again. Yep. So that is on the answering on this part. Yes. Okay. So next one, I'm going to talk about RoboMotion. Yes, of course. This is still very early. RoboMotion. This one is still experimenting. Okay. To be honest, I haven't. I just start to work on this one because RoboMotion. Because everyone was talking about RoboMotion and how they work together on this part. And from me, then RoboMotion is really good for automating the repetitive tasks like click on website and doing certain things. And recently, what they are doing is actually they're having a RoboMotion MCP server. So this one is quite very interesting for me because this means you can actually create a RoboMotion MCP and then can use that with the some of this one. So they are having some kinds of like your MCP server URL, and also they have some of the URL like this one, and they can do some RoboMotion. So you can select the MCP, you listen node to on the workspace and do some calculation and so on. So this one, when you are doing, so the tool that they are using, they so call it MCP Inspector. So MCP Inspector, let me copy this one into here. So RoboMotion MCP server, and this one is the the MCP client, which is MCP Inspector v0.8.2. So in this article, RoboMotion demonstrate that we can allow any AI to using RoboMotion via MCP. So that's an interesting article. So I suggest that you can have a look on this one. But what does that mean? So because MCP is a protocol, so it means whatever that working with this MCP inspector is also working for AgenticFlow. The reason why? Because we are also MCP client. So what I'm thinking is that when I following this flow and I have the URL, which is this URL. For example, this is going to be your server, and I copy this URL, and I'm going to go into my connection, and I'm going to my MCP connection. Go here, which I have a lot of MCP server that I have on my side, and I click create connection. I paste here. Let me check on this one. It's look good, and then I give it a name like RoboMotion MCP server. And perhaps that we need to add some header as well. If the RoboMotion MCP is having this one, then technically we can connect to RoboMotion already. And when we are finishing this one already, after connection completed, we can use RoboMotion in first one in workflow. Just for example, I'm doing the disconnect. Okay, I'm zooming because I don't have my RoboMotion in here. We need to work on that this iteration, and we'll show you. But when I go into my workflow, I can new workflow from scratch, test workflow, RoboMotion, and I create this workflow. Instead of generating text, I will just delete this one, and I create new step. I search for MCP. I can run MCP action. I can select the connection. Where is the RoboMotion? Okay. So if the connection is successfully, when I open this one, there will be a new tool in this one. For example, like I'm going to do Gmail. Then there will be some option for me. Because right now we haven't successfully connected to RoboMotion yet. So the action item in here is kind of empty. But I'm assuming that when we are finishing the connection and connect, so you can call RoboMotion directly from workflow in this area, like this action. So this is the first area that you can use. So run if anything that RoboMotion expose via API for AgenticFlow in a step of AgenticFlow workflow. Let me save this one. Paste here. Apart from workflow, we can use this in agent. Because you already do the connection into this one. Then when you go into agent and you create a new agent like test MCP RoboMotion, then it will be the same. So when you go into MCP, you click add And then you scroll down, you will see that MCP server on RoboMotion. You can click add. And because right now I don't have the server that available because I don't have the RoboMotion account. But if you have, then the tool will be auto discover. So whatever that this MCP server is exposing, tool, resource or prompts, we can use. So this is how it's going to work. And we can following this instruction to create our MCP server and let AgenticFlow to discover what RoboMotion provide to us. And just like other like Gmail, then we can discover all of these tools, and then we can untick the one that we don't like, and we only keep the one that we like, just like that. Yeah. So that is how I envisioning how RoboMotion is going to work together with AgenticFlow. Yeah. So yep. So it's going to be like this. You can add RoboMotion MCP into your agent, and similar for multi-agent system, you can also having the same. For example, I'm going to clone this deep research, and I can click add some node, and also I can choose the workflow that already having the RoboMotion into part of my multi-agent system, and I can connect it with other existing agent in order to let it trigger the RoboMotion when it's finished, like this. So my agent, after composing the final report, it will trigger RoboMotion via this one. So I can have the entire team that going to do some of the work and then finish by RoboMotion. Or maybe I can add another agent that apart from this one, for example, like deep research. And this agent is going to be triggered after RoboMotion. So it means RoboMotion will finish and then we trigger this new agent. So this is going to be the new area where RoboMotion can do the things that maybe AgenticFlow platform cannot do, because we cannot open a browser to click on things for you, right? But RoboMotion can. Then we can make it part of the workflow, and then we can having it to do something and then hand off to the next agent and to the next agent. So that is how I envisioning RoboMotion is going to work in the AgenticFlow platform as a whole. Okay. Yeah. Let me just how can I do this? Okay. Maybe I should screenshot this one. I should say, all right, let me come back into Discord. If you have any question, I'm happy to answer. Correct. So, from now until December 5, we will release one video, that we will test with RoboMotion, and we'll show everyone like how to connect. But because this blog post is already show us the way, right? RoboMotion already proved that they have MCP server and it's going to work with this. So technically we can just follow. Yeah. Thanks, Lester Road. That would be really helpful. We need that. Because what I'm doing also going to share next is, we also working on the upcoming, roadmap. Where is it? Okay. So let's talk about next one, which is task, new page. So sometimes it is quite hard to monitoring your entire workforce, how they work together, how they trigger. So in this task, it's going to have 3 layers. The workflows will have the workflow run. Agent going to have the agent thread. Multi-agent is going to have the MAS thread. So these 3 are actually the fundamental things that currently is running by the agent itself or the workflow itself. So let me give you an example. What is the workflow run? So workflow run is something like this. When you click on history and you see that this is one of the run. So this we call it workflow run. It's hidden in the history tab of a workflow. Second one is the agent thread. Okay, let me go into the agent thread. Agent thread is something that the agent, when it's operating, and you will see the chat message. So for example, I'm going to back to my agent. I click on maybe which model, text doc generator, and I'm going to go open this one. Oh, there's no chat on this one yet. Let me see test Gemini chat. No. Okay. So this one, chat history. And finally, for MAS is also the same, that we have this information that under the multi-agent MAS thread, where we can go into an MAS. We can try Ricardo. So this one is the MAS thread, like this. So this is a MAS thread. So up until now, you have no way to oversee all of the operation in your project in one single view. And in case that there is some workflow that fail or is trigger approval from you, then you have no idea. Because when you are deploy your agent to live already, then you cannot see that. So that's why we are coming up with the new task UI. So we are considering all of these items, workflow run, agent thread, and MAS thread as one of the tasks. And you can have a view where you see all of the agent that's in operating, and we will start to having the status. In case that there is some pending approval needed, you can instruct your agent to add this label, and then this label is going to be captured in the to review tab, so that your team can kind of like orchestrating a team of AI agent to do certain things. And it's just like a list of the tasks when you can click, and then you can view the detail. What is the title? What is the current status? And what is the timeline of execution? So it will be very similar to this MAS, where you can see the task triggered by someone, and what is the prompt, and the agent respond like this one, and this another agent respond to like this one. They will see this in the scroll bar like this. So this is something that we are currently working on. This is going to be in the second half before Christmas. Going to be in the iteration. After this iteration, I think it's going to be the iteration starting from, where is that? December 8th until December 19th. Okay. Yeah. So this is going to be a new page that we are going to work and also introducing guys on this part. And after that, we can go into the kind of like a holiday season already, like Christmas. So it means we will start to slow down, and we're spending some time on like platform policing and UI UX improvement and documentation as well, like what we do. All right. Yeah. So that's what I would like to share on the task page. Feel free if you have any question. For the new MCP, AppSumo tier is not included MAS. So MAS is the only one feature that is purchased via add-on. The reason of this history is for a long time ago, we have this one, which is the MAS. Let me delete this one. Multi. Yeah, so this is the MAS multi-agent add-on. So it will have been voted by 180 customer. And this one actually originally is not in any of the plan of AppSumo, but because of the strong community request, so we make it into a MAS add-on, and you can purchase this add-on separately, one-time upgrade from your current subscription. Yeah, I hope that answer. Yeah. So on the question about Mr. PC Man, whether we can replace or reduce the cost of PyTrim. Yeah, of course. So if you can using RoboMotion MCP for all of the automation tasks that currently that you rely on, then definitely you don't need to pay for MCP from PyTrim anymore, and then you can just rely on one single RoboMotion. And I think right now they are running a Black Friday, right? It is very. If you have that, then please make sure that you have purchased the one that enable you to using MCP, like this one. So if you have purchased a plan that can work with this MCP server, then AgenticFlow is work with this out of the box. All right. Let me check on YouTube if any question. Hey, Doc Nano. Yeah. Thanks for this. Yeah. I hope that this is useful. Certified agency batch and marketplace are for tier 5 only. Does this go with multi-agent add-on? I already bought. So let me explain. The tier 5, including agency batch and marketplace listing, are the new feature not exclusive for tier 5, and it will not overlapping with the multi-agent add-on. So right now we only have one add-on, which is multi-agent system. Everything else is already packed within your tier already. Yeah, I hope that's this. Yeah, so that is the answer to Anton Nusaka on YouTube. Okay. Right. What that I would like to share. Hey, yeah, we have a new feature. So some of everyone is saying that we was trying to demo some of the workflow that really on the side, which is like on PixelML Open Router and so on. So to be admit, I don't mean that. So that's why we will demo some of the we shall shift our demo focus on built-in feature more and using built-in AgenticFlow models. Okay, so because I don't want to give everyone the impression that only the is going to useful and you have to pay for everything. I would like to demonstrate that even with relatively okay model that including in AgenticFlow, you can do great things. So this is going to be our promise. So the first attempt that we have make it available is that we make GLM 4.5 Air included in AgenticFlow. So this is the new model. So if you go into AgenticFlow, you go into Agent, you create new GLM 4.5 Air. So if you go here and you go into AgenticFlow, then you will see that there is a model that named GLM 4.5 Air. If you confirm and you save, then you can have this model is responding to you. The reason why I choose the GLM 4.5 Air is the new model is because have this model having very shorter kinds of like agentic behavior. So for example, like I'm going to Reddit, I will show you. I'm going to this model, local llama. So this is a very big community on LM because I'm in my local machine LM as well. I have a card just next to me and I'm using this one. So I'm very familiar with this one and I'm search for GLM 4.5. Yeah. You can see that there's a lot of praise in this model. So you see that everyone, if they don't like OpenAI, they will have the model that running offline and they will steering what is the best model that I can run in my home computer that's really good for my daily use. And to community sorting, and I that the GLM 4.5 Air is so fucking good. So I think that's why this model is the key for the agentic behavior that we are chasing. So we will create a tutorial with this model for utilize the agentic behavior that can compete with an affordable cost. So if you are still using some of the model, for example, like 4.0 Mini or Gemini Flash 2.0, I would suggest that you can use in GLM 4.5 Air for some agentic tasks. For example, like using tool workflow, using plugin, using MCP, using skill, using code execution. It's going to be much better experience. So that's that this is going to be already social proof by the people on Reddit. Then I am having personal experience very well with this model as well. So we make it available in AgenticFlow built-in, and you can use that as your daily new driver. And we will continue to review on what is the new daily driver that really useful for 90% of the tasks, and then we can help you to on that. And thanks for the feedback and that feedback. Yeah. So Lester Road is, I think that is one of the question, I think from someone in the group as well. Yeah. So let me answer the question from Lester Road as well. Can we run local inference models on AgenticFlow? The answer is yes. So we need to develop the connector that compatible with Ollama or LM Studio, and we will create tutorial for you. So that is possible. I think you can also upload that in the Ollama. So right now this one is currently having two items. One is this is Ollama. Second one is this one. So please have upvote these two so that we can pick it together. But I think Ollama is something that I'm also using in my local reach. So that is definitely something that we can do. So second question for Mr. PC Man. With this model, you need to purchase or sign up? No. So when I say we bring GOM AR include in AgenticFlow built-in. It means it's using your own credit directly. There is no using AgenticFlow credit only. No pixel open router. So that is the new model that we believe that this is very useful for everyone. So we will push frontier with this model. And because this model is so good in the agentic behavior and tool call. So it means this model can be using very good in the multi-agent system where we have the agent that call other agent to do certain things and so on and so on. So that we are going to release more tutorial on this part. So the next question from the denominator. Yeah, more training material. This is going to be, yeah, you know that when I go and run on AgenticFlow on AppSumo, we make a few sales, not much. But I think the most important thing is we receive a lot of like direct feedback from you guys. And to be honest, it's quite direct. And I read every review, every question and respond to this. And we realize where we are missing. And our promise to everyone is we are spending extra time from this week, November 24th until December 5 to revamp the docs.AgenticFlow AI. And after that, we will create AgenticFlow 101 video material. So this will create things very fundamental, like what is workflow, what is agent, build your first agent, how to connect to knowledge base, how to use skill. So this going to be more structured. Actually, right now, if you go into our YouTube channel of AgenticFlow, you should already see this content available, but it's not structured. If you search for skill, actually this is the video about new skill system. But I think it is quite hard to 180 video. I know that we release a lot of video on this part, and we need to put it in a better structure so that you can navigate utilizing the existing material as well as to record the new tutorial. So this one is going to be like the quick win. And within December, UI, UX. First one is going to be the marketplace V2. The second one is the chat V2. And overall UI, UX cleanup. For example, like the thing that we are working on is we noticed that there's some discrepancy in some of the area, like public's workflow, Asian, multi-Asian. So right now the component that we are using, because we are developing so fast and also we have different engineer, they are working different page and they are not working in the same component library. So this creates some discrepancy in terms of design. I don't like that, but because we lean team, we don't have much time. But I think in December we will spend extra time to unifying those concept and UX, so you can experience like the more slightly better in terms of like how to say experience, because we unify the component. So you can always like go into the top right to click a button to create something, and you can click one button share to share something. So we would try to unify the small things but meaningful into the platform editor, so that you can leverage. And I think I anticipate that the chat v2 is something that strong, because this is customer facing as well when you embed. So this one is going to be enable us to do some other things. For example, like citation. So it means your agent will be able to cite where is the source of data that it query from. So it's just a certain switch of the button, and then you can have the agent that automatically cite the document that it will referring to. Either it's going to be a website, or is it going to be a piece of text in the content. So there's a lot of things that we are planning for upcoming 5 weeks. And given the feedback that everyone is giving to us is really some, I think, need to back to basic, and also to correct on this one to fix all this. Right. So what else? Any other question? So to answer to the question from cyber strategy, yes, we do have the customer success team. They are the one that answering the support at AgenticFlow.ai, and also in each of the channel that you are currently chat with them. So those are the people that have it. I just hiring a new member this morning. I just interviewed him, and we will have to him on board ASAP. And so we strengthen our customer success and also to focusing on. So our engineer and R&D is continuing to work on platform replatforming and also feature, but our customer success team will spend extra time for documentation, tutorial, and so on. And second question about Mr. PC Man, when my studio, I look into my studio. I like the way that they are structuring, and we target to have our documentation up to the level that they currently have. So it's going to be easier for everyone to up to speed. So strongly agree with you on that. Okay, but it takes time. It takes a few weeks, but we will make and get it done. All right. Next one is the question from Lazaro. Chat V2 more deployment option, Telegram, and coming soon. For now, the Chat V2 is going to be covering the web embedding, because Chat V2 is more for thing that you embedded. For Telegram and other, it will not be covered during this renovation. But I think that is a good roadmap for next year. In January, where we can also publishing to Slack and Telegram. So I'm looking into Slack, Telegram, and Teams. But I would like to listen to everyone feedback as well. What is the prioritization? You can help me to do prioritization. And what else? We have Straico full integration. So this is currently in tech evaluation. And after we finish the tech evaluation, and I have a meeting with Lazaro on this one, and we will try to make Straico available. So because Straico, some of you already have the lifetime subscription to Straico, right? So it means it could be great for you to utilize this to accept some premium model. For example, I don't know, maybe Sonnet 4.5, Gemini 3 Pro. I don't know. I don't have Straico subscription actually. So if I have, then when we are exploring this one, we will make it available. All right. Yeah. What else that we have today? We will focus on the embeddable revamp on this part. All right. So I think that pretty much it for today. So let me recap of what we have discussed. So we are talking about the Black Friday on AppSumo. We also reviewing the whiteboard and how to create that. I also sharing with you the workflow and the prompt for this Nano Banana Pro. I hope that you can utilize that. And I also reviewing the RoboMotion and AgenticFlow with this one. So this is theoretically it can be done because RoboMotion already support MCP server and we support every MCP server. So we will record a video tutorial and we'll share with you by the end of the week of December 5th. And we also talking about what is the apply of RoboMotion. So it can be used in workflow, in agent, and in multi-agent system. And we also share with everyone the new task page that going to be ETA is before Christmas. That is going to be having a unified view so that you can monitoring your entire workforce into one single stage. And this one is also the baseline that we can developing a new monitoring page that we have in this one. So Lester is creating this page. So I think this is quite relevant. So let me put it here. So you feel free to think for this one. If you would like to have the monitoring page as our next priorities. Okay, and what else? So we make the new model available. The GOM 4.5 Air is going to be a new built-in and baseline model. This is very good reputation from the community, and also we also have a good experience with that when I do the coding. So we will start to create more tutorial with this model as baseline instead of like the 4.0 mini or maybe the model. If we have a new latest model, we will also share that. But for the most of tutorial, especially the tutorial go on marketplace, we'll use this model. MAS agent workflow template self-use GOM 4.5 Air as new default. Yeah, so this is we are going to have this one. Okay. What else? We also talking about the local inference model. It's possible. Please have to upvote on local llama, and we will prioritize. For documentation, we will back to basics and to do the revamp of the quick win for next 2 weeks, and also having further UI and UX upgrade on December with Marketplace V2, Chat V2, and overall UI UX cleanup. Finally, is a Straico full integration. For this one, it's going to be scheduled based on the priority of other workstream as well. Also, that's a question from Anton on YouTube. Let me go back into YouTube. Can you describe what they mean, these new feature in tier 5? Yeah, absolutely. So, I think I was sharing that one. Okay, so this is tier 5. So the tier 5 will including no, this one is not in tier 5. Let me go directly. So tier 5 is going to be include new credit per month, which is 300,000 credit, so 50% higher. And we have the more user and more knowledge storage, and the permanent credit pack discount 25%. So if you notice that when you are having an agent in here, and if your credit is running low and your next plan is not there yet, even on AppSumo, then you can purchase extra credit. So for tier 5 customer, you get 25% off of this extra credit top up permanently for your workspace. So that is the tier 5. And we also having the 3 new feature that we to have like audit log export, certified agency badge, and marketplace listing. So we also having some question that respond to everyone already. Like okay, the credit part I already mentioned. The audit log export. So we are allow you to submit a request so that you can exporting what happened in your current project, like who there was, like it's kind of a trace log of like who modified the configuration of a single agent in certain period of time. You think about it's like a statement, but instead of like to see the balance, then you see like who is performing which action on the certain asset in the workspace. So in case that you need to have some like liability check and so on, then you can trace back on this one to choose. It's kind of like a liability detection, okay, protection. And for the certified agency badge and marketplace listing, so I also share that into the already, but let me share again in here. Let me make it bigger. Make it black. Okay. So, this is related to our new, marketplace V2. Well, I think they have a lot of, well, I think we quite kind of like active in certain day. So this is our new, totally new UI layout of marketplace V2, where we are having revamping current marketplace. And as you can see in here, we are actually starting to, nominating the agency that who can publishing the template and so on. And each of these tier 5 customer, you will be able to have your own page like this. So this one is going to be have your own portfolio page. Like on AgenticFlow, you can display the project or workflow that you already done for other people to duplicate from, and you can aggregate all of the run that other people is using your workflow or agent or multi-agent to run, so that you can kind of like social proof that my agent or workflow that have been run 2.5 million tokens or times, and a lot of people is remixing and duplicating my work. So this is something that kind of like social proof for agency, so that you can kind of like showing your client or potential prospect, or maybe you can also leaving your email so that there's a CTA on your page, so that people can connect you in case that they would like to work with you. So those are something that we have. And in this marketplace, apart from only us as a PixelML team to releasing template, we encourage everyone. You can also sharing your template as well, so that we can learning from each other in order to see what is a workflow. And for future, maybe we can even put a price to that. For example, if you are having some of the workflow that's really cool, you're showing the example of how it's run, and then someone, if would like to duplicate your workflow, they pay you $2.5 per duplication. So it could be your new revenue stream. I don't know how is it going to be reacting on this part, but basically we create a capability and then we will see how the platform is reacting to this. And for now, this marketplace listing and certified will be available for tier 5 customer. Yep. So I think that's it. Let me come back to Discord. Yeah, AJ. Yes, you will be able to charge for that. This marketplace is it's going to replacing the current template page. So a current template page that you have, but everything is created by us. But this new marketplace is going to be created by you. So you can publish a template, you can promote it, you can let other people to run it, because we track the interaction, and you will have your profile page of your workspace, so that you can. It's kind of like the AI portfolio. I do it, and people using that already, and here is my portfolio. So what does that mean? Yeah. So this depends. So right now we are working in the way that you share mostly everything where people can clone and edit. So it means people can clone and they can run on this part. But you can choose. Actually, for this one we are not designing yet. So at the moment we are designing in a way that you can publish a template like this, and other people can click and clone to their workspace. Because if we are creating in this way, so we encourage the people to share, and maybe their run will attribute back to you, like the token of usage, so that you can build your reputation first, and then later on, we can having some exclusive template, for example, and that kind of exclusive template will have a price tag to it, so that the people, if they would like to duplicate, they can see. And what we are going to do is we allow you to select some example, so people can already see like what is the user input and output look like when they are looking into your workflow. So they have the idea about what is it about the benefit, and there's a user input on the left, the prompt on the right, and I mean the information in this one is going to be carried over to the new marketplace page, but idea is the same. Yeah. So let me go back to YouTube again. Can we add a table that show which model is best to use for different purpose, so that we can understand which model is suitable for using credit? Yeah, it's very makes sense. I'm going to copy this message from Anton Nusaka. I would tag Swan from my team, and we will make that into our documentation. So we have a page here, documentation. We will add one more page that's going to like reference page checklist on which of the model is using for which task is useful, and I think that's totally doable. Bash is kind of GitHub page for flow and create brand from your project. Yes, it could be kind of like that. So you can get some reputation, and also people can duplicate of your project. But you can also gain some start as well. So if you are publishing workflow agent or multi-agent, that's super useful for most of the people. Then actually your number of run is going up, and you prove your value without saying a word. With the marketplace profile available tier 4 customer, perhaps somewhere in the future, but at the moment it will be in the tier 5 range at the moment. Yeah, we want to test the idea of this one, and also because tier 5 is designed for AI's consultancy and agency, so that's why we were thinking that this is maybe something that you will need. So that's why we add this feature. For no name 196. Strong business opportunity for both creator and platform. It also a great social, fully branded, so user could present them as all professional product. Yeah, so I think that makes sense. I can seriously reconsidering that for this one. At the moment, we will tiering with tier 5 customer that, and over time, for example, in next month or later, we can reconsidering that and expand the publishing ability to everyone. So at the moment, we are still in testing phase. So we will having the tier 5 customers to have first access on this one. For the agent to be fully brand, yes, of course, you can able to configure this thumbnail. So it means this thumbnail will be uploaded by you. So you can configure anything. You can configure your agent, your banner background, your profile page, your top header. So it's going to be like company showcase. Think about that. It's kind of like AI agency showcase, and you can send this URL to your customer, and they will see what is the agent that you have and what workflow do you have, and they can even like click on each of the one to see how it's run, and they can copy from that. If you make it free, or you can make it like paid, and so on. So that is the vision for the marketplace V2. For the question from Lazarus, I think I just answered the first part, which is clone template. The second one is uses without disclosing inner working agent. I think that is something that could be done with action. We can split those because technically at the moment you can already do it already. So the clone action and also the run action is actually totally separated. So you can publish a template for the people to use with their own credit already right now. And if you don't like to make it clonable, maybe we will just hiding this feature so people can see your workflow and use your workflow, but not able to clone your workflow. So I think that is something that valid. We will consider that as an enhancement. So for now, the tier 5, at the moment, only tier 5 will be able to publish a template to marketplace and having their own portfolio page. So we are gradually rolling out to a certain alpha group of user to test the feature capability. I would expect that in the few weeks we will roll out to the full lead of the tier 5 customer. All right, good. I think this office hour is getting quite long. What is the final question? I think I already answered the question from Jazez already. Currently only tier 5, but we can consider to expand to other tier in upcoming months. Okay. All right, so I think that's it for today, guys. We went through a lot of information in today, and that is it on office hour number 29. And I will see you in office number 30. We'll see you. Have a good day. Bye bye.